I am Natalie. In my work as a healer, therapist, and in this podcast, I consult the spirits, guides, and counselors. I have been working this way for over 13 years, and this connection has existed from the day I entered this world. In this podcast, In the Heart of Being, a spiritual journey, the spirits, guides, and counselors connect me to the layers of being, dimensions, and the library of knowledge, where we connect the spirit with the body, which I love to share with you all. My partner in this podcast is José, a very dear colleague, with the right questions and a vibrant energy. Will you join us in our quest, weaving the unknown into the known? So welcome. So today José and I are going to talk about the level of ease, which has been always a very difficult one for me, because I cannot say that my life went easy or smooth at all. You know, some people think that way when they look at me and they say, and they have all those ideas. But, it was a very bumpy road and ease was not a part of it. But I always believed that it brought me where I am today and that I needed to experience it to understand other people's pain and sorrow and unease in life. But I can say that nowadays I find the level of ease more in my grasp than I was in the past. And still, the road can be rocky, so now and then. But, I notice that it will come and it will go. So you have difficult times, rough times, and then there's a time of ease and everything calms down. It's like, you used to have like those snowballs when you were a child, and you would rock them and then all the pieces and then, it was like chaos in that little ball. And then you would hold it in your hand or you put it on the table and then everything went down. And it found there was a new
landscape.
Yeah. And that I believe it would not be interesting if life would be easy all the time. We need sometimes the rocky roads just to, to grow, to understand ourselves better. So, but the level of ease is also to do with the frequency we live in. So I do believe that when I got older, that I could handle it better and de-stress more, because when the road is very rocky, life can be very stressful, So when I was younger, I always had to fight for everything in my life. And I remember a friend I hadn't seen in years saw me, I think I hadn't seen her in 10 or 15 years. And she said to me, the first thing she said, you still have that light in you, and I know you had a very difficult life. I said, yeah, but, this is what people see, and they don't understand how life has been, But I always believe that somewhere in me, I always saw or felt there's another field I could connect to, even if life was not working out. If everything would disappear, if there was no job, no money, no people, pain everywhere in the body. But even then, I always had this urge to stand up again. Because I know I am not only this. I know there's something else that's much bigger than the person in this life, the light that comes through me.
So what would you advise to people who are like you, also in a bumpy road?
I always say nothing lasts forever. It can take a long time. It can take years before things change. But it always does.
So again, there's patience needed. There's faith needed.
Yeah. And always, I say everything has a beginning and an end. And in between, you take your breaths, After all those things that happened, then something new comes in your life that's pretty sharp, and you think, okay. But you just know inside that it will change again. And you just be with it, You say, okay, this is what's happening now, but it's not who I am. This is where I change it. Because in the beginning, you're like in this drama. You have this pain and you think this is life. It will never change. And why is it happening to me? You can have like this drama queen act, for example. Huh? Even if it's very heavy what you carry or what is happening in your life. And then with me, I always said, like, there was one moment, then I had everything was falling apart and I had a lot of drama in my life. And then I thought, oh, wait a second, who is the one being constant in this all? And that was me. And I thought, okay, so if I wanted to be different, I am the one that will change it. And sometimes you cannot change the circumstances, but you can change the way you feel about it, the way you see it, because you are not your circumstances. Only when you allow it to be. But sometimes it's such a symbiotic, like everything that happened in the past and that is still happening in your life, that you don't have this consciousness yet that you understand that this is not you. Because when you came into this world, nothing of this was true. It just happened, and it happened. But you are something that is, how they show it to me? They show this like this ball of energy that just entered this body and said, okay, I'm going to experience it all. And this is also the part of it. So the level of ease is something that we understand or that we live when we see and not become. As I said before in one of the other episodes, it is happening, and something is beautiful, and something is bad, and something is hurting, and still. And when you come into that road, that when you see it, when you let it happen, and still know that it will just move on after a while, like this wave is coming, it's coming, and you see it coming, you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, no! And then you're underneath the wave, like, and slowly you come up, and you're like, I need to breathe again, And then you start swimming, and you say, well, it's a very calm sea. This is how that works, the level of ease. But next time you see that wave coming, you say, okay, I see it coming. But if I just go with it, of course, it's still, you're a little bit, but it's less. It's less. And the level of ease is like the frequency you ride in a way. So you can just hold on to the pain. But you can also say, okay, it's still there. And I truly believe that when it shows itself, it just wants to leave you. It's not trying to hunt you all the time. No, the body wants to heal itself. And when we have those painful experiences that get into our cells, and we come in a certain frequency, in a certain ease, then it just comes up like this bubbles. And you say, okay, I am ready. I want to go. Let me go. But most of the times you say, okay, no, I'm going to push it away. And then it becomes a wave. And then it engulfs us. And then we do not know what to do with it. So I learned over the years that, I see the wave coming. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to take my boat and I'm going to row. So, heavy one. Yeah. So it's actually the way we perceive things that defines the level of ease.
Yeah. So how we see them, how we look at them.
Yeah.
How we live them.
Yeah. So how could you, like, I'm going to ask if there is a way to, to boost the level of ease. They have to laugh at me and say, forget about that, because it's not about that. We cannot make it happen, the level of ease. It's with the same as with patience, Level of ease is a part of the whole. This, when we become more patient, when we let things happen the way they need to happen, when we have faith in the outcome, even if we don't see it, then level of ease becomes a reality. It's not something we create. It's something that is a result of the way we live our lives, seeing, being connected to the world around us, and still knowing that we are not the things they make us believe. Next time Jose and I will talk about patience. We all know the feeling of being impatient all too well. We want to rush and move ahead. However, patience is like a storm. We just need to get through it, wait, and have faith that it will pass. But more about that in our next episode. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the Q&A section on Spotify or your own favorite podcast app. And then me and Jose will dedicate one or more episodes to the questions and the answers. In the meantime, you can connect with us on natalienevely.nl and on Instagram, in the heart of being. Thank you for listening. See you next time.